Today we'll be taking a look at the new Hiya Toys Exquisite Basic Scylla figure from Godzilla Kong: The New Empire. Thank you so much to Hiya Toys for sending this review sample along. If you like what you see here, I'll include a couple of affiliate links in the description so you can grab your own unit. And just getting it out of the way, yes, I pronounce it Scylla, and if you don't like that, you can take it up with Coldplay. But with all of that out of the way, let's jump into the figure. At something resembling a neutral stance, you're looking at 6 inches of height and about 10 inches of width on Scylla. The sculpt and paintwork is where Hiya's work really shines with this figure. As an avid enjoyer of seafood, the texture and sculpt of Scylla's legs do an amazing job of capturing the crustacean aesthetic. After looking at the legs for a few minutes, I think I can safely say that none of the 6 legs reuse pieces, as there appears to be subtle detailing on each limb that you won't find on a different limb. That being said, it feels like some of the feet on Scylla are warped on my unit because they rest at an angle when Scylla is standing, and I feel like this warping will only get worse with time as the weight of the figure bears down on the tips of her feet. In terms of paint, the combinations of red, orange, and purple are blended together nicely, as you can see in this B-roll. Scylla has some interesting use of rubber parts in the faces and at the base of the legs, both of which are painted well, with the face in particular not being for the faint of heart. Getting into Scylla's articulation, there isn't a whole lot to work with here. Scylla has 3 hinges in each of the legs, allowing for a nice range of movement, but almost all of it is for nothing because of how they made the base of the legs. Each leg plugs into the body on a ball joint, but you'll notice that the legs are connected by this rubber material. While it is accurate to the movie, it dramatically hinders the posability of the legs because the rubber always wants to snap back to its original position. I understand that the membrane is accurate to the design of Scylla from the movie. I just feel like in getting that accuracy, it comes at the detriment of the nature of an action figure. I'm not really sure how else they could have done it, and I want you to take note that leaked images of the upcoming Playmate Scylla figure don't have this membrane at all. My other issue is that even though the rubber is there, the ball joints where the legs plug in feel weak, like they wouldn't even be able to support Scylla if you didn't have the tension of the rubber keeping her standing. I really think Scylla would have benefited from some reconsideration of how the rubber membrane was actually done, and if it needed a rubber membrane in the first place, but also to include some kind of stand. And I asked them directly about this at San Diego Comic-Con. They said there's going to be no stand. It's like, okay, but now that I have Scylla in hand, it's just difficult to balance her. As soon as one leg goes up, the whole thing runs the risk of tipping over. So, you know, for something that I just want to have displayed on my shelf, I don't really want to do a lot of rigging to keep her up there. I just want to be able to put my figure down in a cool pose. The only other realistic pose I can put her in is with her front legs slightly retracted, but as you can see, the rubber underneath is beginning to tear in order for me to get this posing out of her. The only other degree of movement Scylla has is in the neck. Out of the package, the head and neck are receded into the body, but with the might of Hercules himself, you can pull the head out and access a swivel in the neck. The legal information about the figure is surprisingly printed on the neck, but you can only see it once extended. There are no instructions in the box, but clearly the extending neck is an intentional feature. This is a figure with little movement and even fewer accessories, 0. So let's round out this quick video with some size comparisons featuring other figures you may already have on your shelf. And that's a look at the new Hiya Toys Scylla figure, and I have really conflicted feelings on this one. On one hand, I think that she looks great, but that really comes at the cost of not being a particularly effective action figure. I know that Hiya Toys strives for accuracy and use the CGI files with Scylla. I just feel like some concessions should have been made for the fact that she is a toy that you're supposed to be able to move and pose. The use of rubber is questionable at best, and she absolutely should have come with a display stand, and I intend to solve that on my own. While Hiya did send me this unit, I have ordered a second unit, and I am getting it commissioned to be painted in King of the Monsters colors. That way I can have my Scylla figure from King of the Monsters and my Charybdis figure from the New Empire, as the original plans for the New Empire appeared to be moving in that direction. Part of me now seriously considers the possibility that Hiya is going to redo this figure in King of the Monsters colors and solve all of the design issues that I and others have brought up, which means that I'm going to be paying a whole lot of money to get a custom piece of a release that's going to get a mass market solution and none of the design issues. That feels bad, but for your sake, the viewer, I hope it does happen. So that's going to be it from me, and I'm curious to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the Hiya Toys Scylla figure? Are you excited to pick this figure up? Are you going to wait for a potential solve for some of the design issues? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you again to Hiya Toys for sending this along, and thank you for watching this video, and until next time, I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye!